にちは、ヒデです。今日は年間2000名以上の留学生をサポートしているStudyIn留学コンサルタントの私が語学学校を紹介しません。今日は特別企画、フィリピンの先生に聞いてみた。はい、急に唐突に始まったこの企画なんですけども、何を隠そう、僕もフィリピンのセブ島の留学経験者です。で、実際に7年前に留学に行ってた頃の先生とまだ仲が良くてセブにいるんですね。で、実際にセブの留学ってどうなの、現地の人ってどんなことを考えてるのっていうのをインタビューしてみました。なので今日その動画を見ていただければ幸いです。どうぞ。
こんにちは。
久しぶり。
お久しぶりです。
久しぶり。Let me introduce myself first. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is December, not B, but Ver. I'm December. I used to teach in English in Cebu, but I'm in Japan right now to teach English for children ages 5 years old below. Yeah. And you can call me December.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. All right, Kevin.
Okay, I'll go next.
Really? Oh, why?
Okay, hello.
Yeah.
Good evening, good day, good morning. Anyway, my name is Love.
Yep.
Just call me Love. I am an English teacher and been teaching since 2014. And I think that's all.
Yeah, I understand. You've been teaching English. How long have you been teaching English for now?
I've been teaching for like 7 years.
Okay, wow.
3 years in Cebu and 4 years in Japan.
Oh,
Now I'm in Cebu, but I am not teaching as of the moment because of maybe we are still adjusting due to the pandemic. So we're still waiting for the Japanese students to come to Cebu. That's why I'm not yet teaching. Hopefully by next year can start teaching again. That's all.
Thank you. All right, so next, Kevin-san, お願いします。
Hello, my name is Kevin. Konnichiwa. Good afternoon. Good evening. Konbanwa, good evening. Maayong gabi kaninyong tanan. Ako po si Kevin. Yeah, my name is Kevin. You can call me Kevin. I am currently working in Okinawa as a marine staff, and before I was an English teacher for about 4 years, I guess. And it was a nice experience. So I was still sometimes in Japan, because English teacher is so in demand. And then everybody wants to speak English. So sometimes I do teach English for Japanese students here in Okinawa. Yeah, even though I have a full-time job. And then I also had a chance to teach with old students like 70 years old here in Okinawa. It was a good experience. So I'm doing that during my leisure time, when I'm not busy, especially winter because it's cold. Can't go to the sea. That's all this.
Thank you. All right.
以上です。はい。
以上です。Thanks. Yeah, thank you for the guide. Yeah. Why you become the English teacher?
That's a difficult question.
Yeah, I'm recalling the reasons why I became one.
Well, because there are lots of ways and options to become something, right?
I was forced to speak English because everything is in English except a Filipino subject. So our math, our science, our history, even our PE, like physical education, it's all in English. So we're forced to learn the language. And as I grew older, especially in university, I realized that studying English is beautiful and it's very, very, very convenient because a lot of countries, they speak English. And if you want to know more about a certain culture or idea, it's all available in English. So
that's right.
From there, I studied, hopefully. I studied very hard at university, but to get used with English. And yeah, that's the journey. That's the first step why I became an
Yeah, I
English
agree.
teacher.
I agree.
That's amazing.
Kind of
Yeah.
environment.
Mm,
You need to blink.
You need to blink. Yeah, that's also one thing when you visit Philippines, you have to prepare yourself for a little slow or maybe slower internet
that's why. That's why.
in Cebu. Yeah.
I'm back.
I'm glad you're back. All right. Well, what about if the Japanese wants to, have a fun and they want to see, let's say, the beautiful beaches, like what kind of
Oh.
there?
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
lot in Cebu.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's from north to south, and there are
North.
activities that you can enjoy. Like if you like scuba diving or diving, we have what's in the northern part of Cebu?
In north part, there is Bantayan Island.
Mm,
There is a very beautiful beach there. I
Mm.
think Love went there recently.
Really?
And then another one, next island is called Malapascua. It's very famous for diving.
Mm.
Ah, yeah,
You
that's
can-
right.
You can dive with a treasure shark
Ah, yeah, that's it. Treasure shark.
in the cave.
Amazing.
And then recently there is like very very famous right now island. It's called Kalangaman.
Kalang-
Ah, yeah,
Island.
very close to Malapascua,
It's
right?
yeah, I think it's an uninhabited island. So basically no one lives there. Like Mujinto, Mindanao kanji.
Yeah. By the way, it's common to hear the word Virgin Islands in the Philippines, not just in Cebu.
Mm.
So if you visit Cebu and you hear it's a Virgin Island, it means that no one is occupying, inhabited, no one's living there.
Uninhabited, yeah, uninhabited.
Yes, uninhabited.
I heard
Yeah.
that there are over 6,000 islands in Philippines. Am I correct? Or like something?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, more than
Oh my.
More than I guess
7,107 islands.
7,107, yeah.
I think Kalangaman is like 2 hours by boat from
Boat.
Malapascua.
Malapascua.
But you'll enjoy the view there.
Boat.
IT Park.
Mm.
There's
Mhm.
also mountain areas as part of Cebu City, like the top.
Tops.
A top
Um,
there.
it's like the top view of Cebu City. You can go there best at night.
Yeah, I remember tops. Yeah, I went there too.
That was beautiful, right?
That was, yeah. I went there at night. Yeah, the view was amazing. I want to know the recommendation sweet in Cebu.
Cassava cake.
Yeah.
Cassava cake.
That is
Saba cake.
we have cassava cake sweets.
The real cassava cake.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
also, I think it's sweet because it's sweet. Masi.
Nasty.
Yes, Masi. That's right.
Masi.
That's very local.
It's sticky
Um,
rice with peanut butter inside.
That's right.
Oh.
So you imagine mochi with peanut butter inside. That's Masi.
I've never eaten.
That's masi.
Oh, I see. All right, let's get the next popular amusement in Cebu.
Water World, Cebu, and Andrew World.
I've never been there.
Yeah, I think that's new.
Yeah, Water World is new. It's next to the Mactan
SMC
Bridge.
side?
Mhm.
And then Andrew World is in Naga.
It's studying English so hard in Cebu. Why I'm asking these questions? Because, like the US or Canada, Australia, there are a lot of like schools like studying abroad. But they have only like 3 or 4 lessons a day, and which means they will be finished around lunchtime. But in Cebu, like we're studying from the morning to evening every day, right? So actually some of the Japanese are afraid to come to Cebu because like they have no experience to studying for a long time. So but I want to, true information, and then you can just tell if it's hard.
That's the difference, I guess.
Hmm.
It's hard because you feel so nervous to have to communicate with your teacher. What do you think, December?
Well, having 9 hours of study is
It's hard.
challenging. Yes,
It's
that's true.
it's hard.
That's true. But based on our experiences, not just in English language learning, but at school, to have those hours to learn a certain skill.
Hmm.
So for those who are afraid to study 9 hours long, you don't have to be, because the lessons, the classes in those hours are fun, they're enjoyable, and it's not the rigid paper only kind of lesson. English lesson in Cebu is not like that. It's interactive. It's not casual, but it's also not formal. In other ways, it's fun way of learning. For example, if I'm gonna learn Japanese, like Japanese, and but Cebu set up one-on-one, I think I could learn faster.
Actually, for me, studying is always hard.
Okay.
But if the student is willing and motivated to learn the language, no matter how hard the lessons are, they will always find ways to enjoy studying. Either it's just standard course or intensive. It depends on the person if they are flexible enough to adjust to their new environment or new kind of classroom setting.
100% agree.
Yeah, that's why. What makes your job worthwhile?
The satisfaction that I get is knowing that my students can answer the questions, daily life conversations, seeing them confident enough to express themselves in English, initiate conversation with other people. I think I can say that, oh, I did my job well, and I want to do more, because there are a lot of Japanese, not only Japanese, but there's a lot of foreign learners that I can help with this. And from that, they change their lives. They have a better career. They have better grades, hopefully, for the students, and for the adults. Like, they gain confidence to be more sociable when they go back to Japan with foreign people, and they challenge themselves to try another country, because I have this confidence when I am in Cebu, so I can try another country again. So I think that makes me kind of worthwhile with my job.
Oh, that's sweet.
Let's say it's like a tree when you plant seed.
Okay.
And you cultivate it every day. And when you see the seed growing and healthy, and you can really see, yes, you can really say that, oh,
I see.
this was my effort. Teaching is like that.
This is also, I want to ask you, advice for Japanese who plans to come to Cebu for studying. Do you have any advice?
Be able to adjust to the new environment, because Philippines is different.
Right, yeah.
And English maybe at first is, kind of bit difficult for Japanese people, but if you enjoy learning English with your teachers, it would be very fun. And because Philippines is like a stepping stone to go other countries. It's like the first step you have to go before you go other countries.
Right.
And mostly I have a lot of friends even in Okinawa, like they really want to go back to Cebu or Philippines, to not to study English, but to meet their teachers and friends, because it's really different.
All right, thanks. December, to you.
Go to Cebu to study English, just be open-minded. That's the first step. Like, open your mind, your heart to an interesting, adventurous, not just in English language, but meeting a lot of people in Cebu, the life in Cebu. It might be difficult on your first weeks, but you'll get through it, because Cebu is not just Cebu, Philippines, like happy people. You don't get too nervous is fine, but you'll get through it.
Right.
Okay.
Love?
Yes, it's natural for everyone, for all of us, for Japanese students, even for me. It's natural for us to feel nervous at first, especially if you're in different country. And of course, language barriers, but don't be afraid, because if you will not, is it like taking risk? Less improvement for yourself. But if you're willing enough to study in another country, please do so. This is your chance.
Same thing, like if you give a person a fish and he will eat for today.
Mm.
If you teach the person how to fish, and he will learn for a lifetime.
Mm. That's good words. Oh yeah, I remember one question. Like I just got this question from my student. Like, they are so afraid to come to Cebu because they don't speak English. So I told them, see, you are going to go to Cebu for studying English. So you don't need to speak English perfectly now. Japanese are so afraid. Oh, can we do it? Because we don't speak English and we are so afraid to communicate with teachers because they only speak English. Well, what's your opinion, frankly?
Cebu is the best place to get a lot of English mistakes and to be open
Right.
for that, because as what I've said, Cebuano people are really heartwarming people.
Mm.
We're not harsh people, so we understand your students' concern, and we help you how to gain that confidence to learn English and to speak English.
Don't put your feelings because you're afraid to go to Cebu. Know what's your purpose, why you will go to Cebu. That's it. And people there will adjust. It's like what you said. You're studying English. You don't need to speak English at first, but you will at the end.
The stage will be yours.
So this is also I want to ask you, and you can tell me casually and frankly, how's the safety in Cebu? This is also Japanese wants to know, and I know it all depends.
The percentage matters, like 50%. It's not your country.
Yeah.
And don't feel like the way you are in your country right now.
That's right.
So you must be careful. Well, they lost something and it became bad image, and it stereotypes around people who are coming next. Cebu is dangerous because I lost my phone. Cebu is dangerous because I lost 1,000 peso. Cebu is dangerous because someone steal my something. And the image goes to the next person, and then reviews. That's it. Because you feel it's like your country. It's different. Every country is unique.
That's right.
And it's not the way it is. Well, if you are together with those people who are your friends, they might take care of you.
There was this Japanese man who once told us, Japan is a dangerous country. He said that.
Oh.
Yes, because
That's true.
Yeah, like
I remember.
It's kind of opening that anywhere you are in the world, it would always be dangerous.
Be dangerous. There is always danger.
And just like how you take cautious and safety in Japan, like you don't go to places that you don't know, or you don't go to people you don't know. Yeah, you can avoid those things. Like there are dark alleys in Japan. Like especially I live in countryside, so I don't go to those places that are dark. That is
there are more in urban places.
Sure.
For me, like in Cebu, you just have to be extra careful because you don't know anyone. You don't really know the people around you. Just be mindful of what you are doing and extra careful anywhere you go.
Yeah, I also realized like wherever I was in Cebu and I was in Canada, I feel the same things. Because before that, I never went out from the Japan. So I just knew how Japan is. So yeah, today we're done. At the beginning, we met almost 7 years back. But I'm so happy to having you guys till now. And conversation in English because of you guys. So I really want Japanese goes to the everywhere, not just Cebu, but starting in abroad and running English. So this is obviously great moment, right? If I do speak English, I can communicate with all of you guys. お疲れ様です。大感謝
お疲れ様です。お疲れ様でした。
はい、ご視聴ありがとうございました。 皆さんいかがでしたか？僕の拙い英語も恥ずかしいんですけれども、実際に先生たちがどういうふうに考えているのか、フィリピンのリアル、少しでも垣間見えましたでしょうか？もしこれを見てフィリピンへの印象が変わった、フィリピン留学してみたいって思える方が一人でも増えたらとっても嬉しいです。もしフィリピンの留学もっと聞いてみたいという方があれば、概要欄のリンクから LINE 追加をしてメッセージをしてください。あなたに合わせた最適なフィリピン留学をご案内いたします。では次回の動画でお会いしましょう。じゃあね。